We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome to the Phreak Show. I'm your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS, and today, you know what? I've done this intro about 40 times now, and I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. Avernum, Escape from the Pit, Spiderweb Software, released originally on April 11th, 2012. I bought this game a long time ago. I have played around with it a little bit here and there. I've always wanted to go through and play some of Spiderweb Software's things. On top of all that, I've had the pleasure and the privilege of being able to work with Jeff Vogel, the mastermind behind Spiderweb Software. These are his games through my work with the Indie Bros. This is something I want to do, nothing to do with that, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I finally said, you know what, I'm doing it. I got to talk with Jeff and ask him where he thought a good starting point was. Avernum. That's what he said. Start with Avernum, Escape from the Pit. It's a great story. It's a remake of his first original tale. I think it was his original tale first. I could be wrong, but this is what's in my mind, so we're going to go with it. It was the Exile game, was remade into the Avernum series, 1 through 6. Avernum has then been remastered into the new Avernum games, and there's 3 of them out right now out of the 6. And Avernum, Escape from the Pit is the first in that. That's where we're beginning. That's where we're starting. You guys know I work for the Indie Bros and that this is one of our clients or one of the people that we work with. So take from that whatever you want. I'm doing this for me. You guys can decide whether or not that's cool or not. I don't really care. So that being said, I did want to also mention that on October 6th, 2020, so just a few days ago, Jeff Vogel, Spiderweb Software, announced that he is remaking the Geneforge series as well, and his store page is live for Geneforge 1 Mutagen, the very first in that series. So if you guys like this, like, he's got tons of games out there. I think over a dozen at this point. Like, this dude's classic RPG, old school, turn-based, tactical, like, this is the stuff that I love. This is the stuff that I live for. You've seen the channel. You guys know. I'm done. Let's go. This is a terrible intro. I don't care. We're going to begin. Alright, so welcome to Avernum. Avernum is a fantasy role-playing game. You'll control a band of wandering adventurers, meeting strange people, fighting monsters, and trying to survive. Select the sort of characters you would like to play. If you aren't sure, just take the party that's already been created here for you, and then when you're ready, press the OK button. We're gonna create a party. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so I'm gonna change the character. I do want a soldier-esque type. There we go. Perfect. We're going to change the name to Bumpius, because why not? It is Bumpius. I don't know that I'm going to be a soldier necessarily. We have a soldier, we have a berserker. How tanky do you think a berserker could be? Berserkers are wild swordsmen from remote areas of the Empire. Their wildness tends to get them dumped into Avernum. They're extremely hardy, and their sword skill is unmatched. So we got some strength, endurance, melee weapons, +3, thrown missiles, 1, cave lore, +1, trade its mighty blows. You know what? Yeah, we're going to go berserker. Okay, so that's going to be our... I don't know if it's going to be our tank, but he's going to be one of our frontline dudes. I mean, I don't know if our tank needs to have a shield. I'm at a loss. I don't know what I'm getting into. Like I said, I played around with these a lot, but that doesn't mean I've done well. Alright, change name. We're going to change the name to Chimera. It's going to be my wife. She's joining us on this adventure. I'm going to say new character. We have a choice of a multitude of different things. I kind of want to go with a custom character. In fact, I kind of want to do that with all of the characters, but I'm not going to. See, my problem is I sort of want a rogue that's less stabby, poke, backstab rogue, and more pew shooty with arrows rogue. I don't know if that matters. And then the rebel. I'm going to say we're just going to go with a rogue. I am also going to go with a caster and a healer too. So be aware, I'm going to change what you look like. You know what? Alright, hold on. We are going to do a new character type. We're going to go shaman. I need to check out the rogue real quick. So a little bit of strength, a little bit of dexterity. We're going to do more dexterity. Melee weapons I care less about. Bows I care more about. Tool use is the important one. Alright, custom. That's fine. We're going to make her into a shooting rogue. I think I can do that. We're going to try it. Then we need a character that is going to be our priest. I'm going to just rename it my original OG name. Sage is what I used to go by. Way back before it mattered, before I was anything, I was Sage. That was my super OG, like, from the time I was 8 till probably about 15, 16. Maybe even earlier than 8, to be honest. We're going to go priest, I'm going to say. I'm very, very intrigued with the idea of, like, a druid or something along those lines, but, or even a shaman. But I think instead I'm going to stick with the priest, and I'm okay with that. What kind of choices do we have for priestly-looking dudes? I mean, it doesn't really look priestly. It's really just the one, huh? No, okay. He's kind of a sneaky priest. I can do that. I'm not sure who I'd like for this. I know there's not a tremendous amount of options, but the options are there, and I want to make sure I pick what I want here. That's fine. We're gonna change her from Cordelia to let's go with one of our old school Avas. We're gonna go with Ava. There we go. So we got Bumpy's, Chimera, Sage, and Ava, and that is fine. Sorcerer. Oops. Sorry, guys and gals. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Character type. Do I want to go a hedge wizard? What's the difference between a sorcerer and a hedge wizard? Hedge wizards live in the remote villages of the Empire where they help the locals with their magical skills. This sort of character is good at magery and has a little bit of training in priest spells and first aid. Whereas a sorcerer are practitioners of the wizardly arts. Their spells are powerful both offense and defense. That's because of dangerous research and eccentricities. They tend to be sent down to Avernum. Yeah. By the way, I have been mispronouncing Avernum for a long time, including the start of this. I don't know why. I know how to pronounce it now, and for whatever reason, my poor, warped, melted little brain decided that, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to go sorcerer. It's Avernum, not Avernum. Does it really matter? No, but I know a lot of people get upset, so I'm going to attempt to say it correctly with Avernum. So we'll see. All right, and the story so far. You are never going to see sunlight again. You will never breathe fresh air, or be warm and dry, or feel safe. This is your punishment for your crimes. You are to be thrown into a magical portal and banished to Avernum, never to return. Your crime? Nothing as serious as you might think. Not murder, arson, or assault. No. Your crime was against the Empire, ruled by the cruel Emperor Hawthorne. You spoke out against an unjust law, or you angered some minor official, or you may have just been a misfit. The Empire controls the entire surface of the world. All 4 continents have completely submitted to its rule. Not fitting in is a crime in the Empire, so you are being exiled. You are being sent down to Avernum. See, I wanted to go the other way. Avernum is a series of caverns far below the surface of the world. It is dark. It is a dark subterranean prison, a place where exiles like you spend the rest of their lives far from the light. What is it like there? Nobody on the surface knows. All they know is that it is dark and deadly. It is spoken of only in whispers and only with fear. Some believe that there is no air, warmth, or food, and death comes with merciful speed. Others believe that there is enough sustenance to enable Avernites to endure a miserable, worm-like existence, until, of course, the monsters get you. And a few believe that Avernum is a paradise, a hard land of freedom, where one can at last be out from under the Empire's iron rule. People mad enough to believe Avernum is a paradise soon end up there themselves. They don't really know what it is like. Nobody on the surface does, but soon you will. There is no appeal to the judge's decision. Early one morning, in a stone dome far out in the wastes, you are dragged in chains to the shimmering portal. You breathe clean, fresh air one last time. Your shackles are removed. Then they throw you in. Alright, guys and gals, that is the story so far. That is character creation done. Party creation done. That is almost everything done before we can start our adventure proper. I kind of need to fix our rogue girl. So let's go see if we can't figure that one out real quick. Alright, I'm a little bit less caring about... Oh, by the way, I love the art things that they have here. I think that's fantastic. Intelligence. Gents, ladies, and tigers. All of it. Everything has a little drawing, and it's great, and I love it. Alright, so dexterity is going to be our huckleberry. I don't know how many... Oh, we have one more point to spend. I'm going to say dexterity and endurance, what we're going to primarily focus on, with a little bit of love to strength. We're not going to go a lot into int on our rogue. Okay, we have 5 points to spend. I'm going to go double into bows at least. Sharpshooter makes you much more effective with missile weapons. We're going to go 1 to the sharpshooter. I'm not going for thrown weapons. At least not that I'm aware of. Can I go point in here? Oh, I can. Okay. That's, oh god. Nope. I can undo it by hitting the little minus, maybe? There we go. Okay. I'm just curious as to whether or not I can do that. Magic, no. Traits. So I do have a little bit more I can spend. I am going to get 1 point into melee weapons, just so I can use them. I love the pole weapon. It's potentially a mistake, but we'll see. With a foe with a melee or missile weapon, this skill gives you a chance of doing far more damage. Interesting. Alright, so... you know what? I'm going to go 3 points into that. I think that's fine. Oh, wait. I can't do that. Okay, I understand now. See, I already forgot. See, I've done this fairly recently. I forgot this is magic and miscellaneous. This is where the rest of them are. The traits are separate. I need to get tool use. That's what I need. So 2 points into tool use. I think we're fine. Alright, we're good. I'm going to say okay on that. And then I'm going to go to traits. And we can do improved dexterity, improved endurance, giving us 1 point in each of those. Deadeye increases the chance to hit with your missile attacks. And that is probably what I'm going to go with. Sure aim is... Yeah, we're going to go with Deadeye. Alright, I like it. Sure aim increases your damage with missile attacks. That increases our chance to hit. And then nimble fingers will give us extra ability to do tool usage. Alright, welcome to Avernum. These caverns are a tutorial to help you get started. First, you need to learn how to move, click around, and you can walk there. Alright, so pretty straightforward. Slowly your eyes adjust to the dim light. Happily, there is light. The ceiling of the cavern is covered with scattered patches of fungus that glows with a faint green luminescence. But you are alone. It is cold, damp, and deathly still. All you hear are the echoes of dripping water and the shadows. The loneliness makes the feeling of claustrophobia more powerful. For a moment, you can sense the countless tons of stone above you, ready to, at any moment, crush you into nothingness. You concentrate and overcome the growing terror. There must be someone down here. You'll just have to explore and find them. Indeed we will. Indeed we will. Alright, so... we are going to make our way over here. And we'll notice something over here when we walk up. Much to your great relief, you finally find signs of human occupation. The gallery to the west is blocked by a wall, rough stone blocks held together by crumbling mortar. It looks like it has been there for years, abandoned and decaying, but it is something. Less reassuring is the pile of bones between you and the wall. They look like they came from small humanoid, perhaps a goblin. They too have been here for a while. On the floor near them, someone discarded a crude cloak. Scraps of leather roughly stitched together on the surface. You would have ignored the disgusting thing. Down here, with the cold seeping into your bones, you decide that you would be better off wearing it. Alright, stand near the bones and press the G button to be a G, to get it. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to drag it onto our boy here. And he is going to like it. I don't know if he's going to like it, but he's going to have it. The cloak is crude and dirty, but it is warm. You suspect that everything in the underworld is going to be crude and dirty, so you better start getting used to it. Alright. On this side of the door, at last you can hear people. You smell fresh smoke. You hear a muttering of speech. You're too far away to make out what they're saying, but they are to the west. Keep moving west if you want to switch back to the faster movement style. The previous Avernum games, you can change it. And the settings, no, we like this. This looks good. All right, onward. Also, if you guys are wanting the game to be a little bit bigger, a little bit more zoomed in, I would recommend you play it at 720p as opposed to 1080, but for the recording purposes and everything else, it just makes more sense to do it this way. I am used to playing it this way as well, so it's fine, but originally when I used to play these, I would play them at a lower resolution that would zoom in the action a little bit more, so everything was a little bit bigger and easier to see close up, but you could see less, of course. So just something I want to throw out there to you guys, let you know. I will randomly hit G just to see if we can do anything with it, but it doesn't look like there's much we can do. Alright, well, we're about to get into an encounter here. Special encounter. There are 3 people ahead, crouched around a dim, smoky fire of burning fungus. They are rolling dice, gambling over a handful of copper coins and leather garments they scavenged in these caves. Then their sharp ears detect you. They leap to their feet and spin to face you, drawing their blades. They are Nephilim. Scrawny and hungry specimens, but dangerous nonetheless. Nephilim are a proud tribal race that once filled the wild plains of the surface. Then the Empire began to remove them, sending the few that surrendered into Avernum and killing the rest. This has left them with a vicious hatred of humanity. Even though you share a common enemy, they are still determined to take their revenge upon you. You are about to enter combat mode. Once the battle has begun, click on an enemy to attack it. You'll also get tips about spells and abilities that you can use. Cool. Alright, we're about to enter combat mode, and there it is. Combat mode activated. I'm going to chill right there. I don't think we have ranged weaponry yet. I don't think I have any kind of spells or abilities with her at all, so we're just going to chill over here. We do have some spells and abilities with our boy Sage here, but we're not going to do it. And those over here, our AP is 8, so we're able to move around and do some stuff. I would probably, I mean, we're not gonna do that. Well, maybe we will. I'm gonna try to front load our little thing down here, so be aware of that. I tend to like to have my spells, you know, in my hotbar if, when, and where I can. So be aware. I am pretty slow at this. I don't know why. I'm just really slow at clicking these spells. Alright, you know what? I am going to use the fireball. Or bolt, excuse me. We hit a Nephilim for 22. Oh, they're going around the side. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's interesting. Scrawny Nephilim. I went up and I stabbed him in the face. I'm going to stab him with our rogue. Or miss. Apparently with our rogue. Really, our mage missed too? Come on, man. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna roll out on you. Boop. Gonna roll out on you. I am going to quickly do this. We're gonna get some minor healing. We're gonna get some curing. We're gonna get some protection. And then Smite is going to be my final spell on the list here. And I think I'm going to use that right now. Smite this guy. There we go. And then you're going to roll up and stab this guy. Yeah! There we go. Our victory is glorious and sweet, sweet, nice styles with the Z. The 3 Nephilim have fallen. 3 senseless deaths. You suspect that they were sent down here through the same portal you came through. Usually the Empire sends a Nephilim through a different portal to a different part of these caves. But of course, Empire soldiers don't really care what undesirables go where. Of course, it's also possible that the underworld is controlled by Nephilim and you will soon be swarmed and enslaved or worse. Now that the battle's over, press the end combat button to get back to traveling in groups and all the other stuff. Alright, cool. You can do that or press F. I'm going to hit G right now, and I'm going to grab the wooden shield and the crude short sword, which I think is what we have. Oh, we have a crude dagger. That's 10 to 30 physical, and we're looking for 11 to 44 physical. And then we're going to go over here with a wooden shield, and we're going to toss that on. And I thought I saw, yeah, there's a cloak over here on the ground. I'll grab that up, and I'm probably going to throw that up on old Chimera, as it were. Because that's how she rolls. She rolls deep with the cloaks. Alright, and then there's probably some more random stuff here that we can pick up. Trash and broken pots. Don't really care about that. We got some boots, some dice, some copper coins, and leather armor. I think we're all set with the armor, though. So let's go ahead and let's get the boots at least. Oh, she picked up all the boots. Look at her. Just being a greedy Gus. Alright. There we go. There's the boots. And I think we're fine. Alright, so we're going to walk around. I don't really think there's much that we can do right now. You see there's a box there, but there's apparently a wall and some sort of, like, thing up there. Alright, so we're going to go over this way. Probably going to get into another fight. Yep, with some rats. Of course. Come on, guys. It's an RPG. If you're not fighting rats in the early stages of an RPG, especially if it's the first in the series, you're doing something wrong, right? So, it's to be expected. It's that trope that you look for. Okay, that's not what I was wanting to do, but we'll go there. Down here, get down here, and then we wait for the rats to come forth. Then we step here and we stab the rat. Oh, we just straight up murked the rat. Okay, I'll take it. I'm gonna stand there and just make a defensive barrier. You know what? Let's throw some smite out. We got some mana back, it looks like. I could call a beast if I really wanted to. I'm just gonna... Oh, wait. Okay, so he barely was able to hit me. I'm gonna roll out on this rat. It didn't work. Oh, probably because I was too close. Okay, that's my fault. I think our firebolt will kill this one, so we're gonna go for that. It did not. That's disappointing. Well, there we go. I don't believe they had anything to loot. They did not. Oh, but we have another rat. I want to click over here. Let me click. It is not really like letting you select other things at times. It's very unhappy with you. Alright, we're gonna roll out over here and do a stabbity poke. Follow it up with another one, and I think we're done again. We look in here, there's a flawed crystal, a rock, a belt, another flawed crystal, and some gloves. Put the belt on, put the gloves on. Not real sure what the crystals are. Oh, there's more. Oh, came rolling out on our magey gal, huh? Gonna move here, gonna toss that smite out. And I think we'll just finish him off this way. Boop! Down. Alright. I think that might be it. Oh, one more rat at least. Maybe two. Looks like there might be something up that way. Come on. Oh, yep, there's at least another one. I can't attack that one. Oh, there's three. Okay, there's a whole plethora of rats over here. Alright. Gonna wait. We're gonna hit them with some fire. Won't be enough, but I think we're okay. We're not really taking much damage from these guys, unfortunately for them. Alright. I don't look like there's anything to be had. There's still another rat. There's so many rats. I love it. Oh, wow. They can move so far. Alright. Some dry bones, if we wanted those. Hitting all sorts of wrong buttons, it's fine. A couple more rocks over here. I'm going to take a peek in here. Alright, a bronze short sword, and we got a crude bow. We got poor leather helmet and an arm. A remnant of one far more unfortunate than you. Well, yeah, if they're missing a limb, they are a little bit less fortunate. Alright, gonna put that crude short sword over here. We're gonna go over to our ranged rogue. I'll put the hat on, because I look dead sexy with that hat on. There we go. Put that over there. I guess I can give the crude short sword to someone. Maybe you? We have a crude dagger, crude short sword's fine. I'll get the bow up into her hands. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, she now defaults to missile attacking, which is good. And I think we're going to break off the first episode right over here. The cave to the north is divided by a deep pool of foul, stagnant water. There is a man standing on the other side of it, watching you, his sword drawn. Perhaps he can tell you how to get to safety. If there is anywhere safe down here. Yeah, let's see. There's a pool of foul, stagnant water. Oh, this is different. Alright. Dividing the cavern in half on the other side. The morass is human staring at you. He has a dented bronze broadsword and a heavy leather jerkin. A relief at seeing another human is not enough to keep you from noticing the coldness of his gaze, or how he seems to be sizing you up. He gives you a half bow and smirks. I, Lagren, or Lagren? We'll go with Lagren. I, Lagren, welcome you to the underworld, and, from the look of you, you are a warrior, not the weaklings and malcontents that we've had coming through so far. You are an Avernite? He laughs, a grim, raspy sound. I would not say that. I don't think the Avernites are very fond of me right now. Are we the only people here? No, there are a few others in the arrival caves. That's what the Avernites call these chambers. Though they didn't control them as well as they should have. What do you mean? He points at something hanging around his neck. It's a key. These caves are where all the new human arrivals are supposed to end up. Then the Avernites, noble beings that they are, find you and bring you out and help you. But then I stole this key, I came down here and locked the gate behind me. Now you're all stuck down here with me and my helpers. Why did you come back down here? For wealth and weapons. For first pick of the goods the Empire sends down from time to time, and of course, for hostages. When we are ready, we will trade your lives for our escape, and we will seize our own part of these caves. He lets out a long, shrill laugh. Perhaps he is not entirely sane. And what do you think you're going to get from me? Just intelligence. Now I know how many of you there are, and how you are armed. Now my servants will be prepared. He gives one more little bow, lets out a harsh laugh, and turns to leave. I will not answer to scum like you. He stops for a moment, then he nods. I expected that. You don't have the look of a weakling or a thug. I suspect you have something in common with the Avernites above. Too much. No, there is something I want from you. Prepare yourself. I will take it soon. He turns and walks quickly into the shadows. Well, I mean, he's still... Okay, now he walks quickly into the shadows. We go into war mode. Anyway, guys and gals, that is the beginning of our adventure. That is the beginning of our quest in Avernum, Escape from the Pit. I really hope you guys enjoyed. There is going to be more of this coming onto the channel. I don't know exactly what kind of a schedule I'm going to have uploading these or whatnot, but I told you, this is something I've been wanting to do for years. I'm finally doing it, and we're hopping in, and we're beginning right here, right now. If you guys want more information about the game, where to get the game information on the developer or any of the other millions of games, I'll try to include all relevant links I can down below in the description of the video, just like I always do. If you enjoyed the video, stick around the channel. There'll be plenty more. Like the video, thumbs up and all that stuff. Do the YouTube thing, subscribe, whatever. Alright, folks, till the very next episode, I've been your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS. Thank you so much for stopping by the Phreak Show, and always remember, we play, we fight, we conquer.